Good day everyone, no? By the way guys, no? I will introduce to myself. Ako nga pala si Darrel Ampong, BS.Criminology, second year student, section Charlie, from Southwell College of Technology. So by the way guys, no? I will discuss or give some information, no? About some module 3, lesson 1.1, biological theories of crime causation. So, biological theories emphasize that criminal behavior results from conflict to interplay of social and biological factors. So, guys, every individual may mga iba't ibang klase ng mga behavior sa atin being a human. So, guys, no? If we have commit a crime o based sa ating behavior, that can resulta siya na pwede maka-apekto sa ibang tao. Na resulta that conflict interplay of biological factors. Then, it's attempt to explain behaviors contrary to social expectation through examination of individual characters. So, every individual characters, no? There are iba't ibang klase ng mga behaviors. Okay, no, guys? The first theory, hereditary theories, proponent of Jukes and Kalikas family. Okay, guys, no? Finding evidence that criminal tendencies were based on genetics. Their conclusion traced them socially inferior. Could be passed down from generation through inheritance. Okay, Jukes family. According to the study told Richard Louis Dockley in his books, Jukes study in the crime, pauperism, disease, and heredity, and further studies of criminal state that origin of the stock of the Jukes. Okay, so this is the story. There was a hunter, a fisher, a hard drinker, and a jolly man named Max, who was also a descendant of the Duchess settler. Okay guys, now two of Max's sons married two of the six Jukes sisters. The whereabouts of the six sisters is nowhere to be found. Of the five that are known, three had illegitimate children before married. One is the called Ada Duke, but probably known as Margaret, the mother of criminals. Ada Duke has one of bastard son, who is the progenitor of the distinctively criminal line. 52.40% or 84 of the descendants of Ada are into harlotry or prostitution. Nagdali nga sa site in Handlers found out that among the 1,000 of the Jews descendants, there were 280 paupers, 60 thieves, 7 murderers, and 40 other criminals, and the other 40% of the son liberal disease. So guys, no, based sa kuan, sa Ada Jug, ginatawag siya sa una, but karon ginatawag siya na Margaret, the mother of the criminals. Ada Jugs na isa ka anak na ginatawag or na ginatawag na progenitor of the district criminal. So, based sa ila analysis o study na nakita nila since itong 2010, nakita nila na nagkadako. So, since the pag-abot ng 280 paupers, then 60 thieves o mga kawat o magnanakaw, 7 murderers, 40 other criminals, and the other 40% of the son liver disease. So, mao yun ito na panghitabo since itong 2010. Then guys, no, Uh, with that, Darrel made some tentative indication on his study of the Jukes family line when it comes to committing a crime. First A. The burden of crime is found in the illegitimate lines. B. The illegitimate lines marry into a crime. Then C. The eldest child has a tendency to be the criminal of the family. Then D. Crime chiefly follows to the male lines. Then the last E. The longest line of the crime are along the line of the eldest. The second is Calicut family. So, from the Dr. Henry Gordon, a proponent American psychologists together with Elizabeth S.K. conduct a study entitled Calicut family. So sila duha, si Gordon and Elizabeth, conduct silang study about sa Calicut family. So, kinistudihan nila in the heredity of feeble-mindedness, wherein they trace the family leader of Revolutionary War soldier with the pseudonym Martin Calicut Sr. The former had illegitimate son named as Martin Calicut Jr. So, pag-abot kay sa Calicut Jr., no? So, since itong Calicut Jr. have become 48 descendants, 143 are feeble-minded, while only 46 have been found normal. The rest are unknown or doubtful. Among these 480 descendants, 36 have been illegitimate. There have been 33 sexually immoral persons, mostly prostitutes. There have been 24 confirmed alcoholics, 3 epileptics, 82 dead in infancy, then 3 criminal and 80 houses of envy. So, these the people have married into other families, generally of the same types, so that we know have on the record in charted 1146 individuals. So, that is the story ng Calicut family. Okay, no? Second theory is the sumo typing theory. So, there are 3 components. First is Ernst Christian, William Sheldon, and Ernest Houghton. First, no? What is somatotyping? Somatotyping is a theory which associates body, physique to behavior and criminality. So ginarelate nila ang our body based sa behavior and criminality. Then si first component, Ernst Christian is a German psychiatrist, neurologist, psychopathologist who constituted 3 principal types of body physique. So first is the asthenic lens, slightly built, narrow shoulder. So the second is athletic, medium, tall, strong, muscular, coarse bone. Then the last is fight neck, medium height, rounded figure, massive necks, and the broad face. So this is the meaning of the first is the fight neck, no guys. To manic depression. Manic depression refers to any several psychological disorder of mood characterized usually by alternating episode of depression and mania. It's also known as a bipolar disorder. Okay, the next is asthenics and athletics. 2 is schizophrenia. Is a mental disorder that is characterized by disturbance in thought, perception, and behavior. Then by loss of emotional responsiveness and extreme apathy, and by
noticeable deterioration in the level of functioning in everyday life, in also called dementia praxis. So mao na siya to guys. The next component is si William Sheldon. Okay, he observed the varieties of human body and came up with the three types of the body physique. No, kina-studyhan niya if unsa ba ang mga difference so pagkaiba-iba ng mga human body. So first is ectomorphs, tense and fragile, flat-chested, lean, lightly muscle, small shoulder, and thin, likely to commit suicide. No, ectomorphs mao na siya ang mga kaig na tao. Then next is endomorphs, soft and fat, underdeveloped muscles and round physique, have difficult of losing weight. Then likely to mentally ill. So mao na to siya ang mga taba na tao na may mga mental likely to mental illness. Then the last is mesoporous, muscular and athletic, are glass shape when they are family or rectangular shape. In males have excellent posture, then gain muscle easily, and they have thin skin. So most prone to commit crime or other deviant behaviors. So, mao na mga kasagaran na mas makakommit ng crime because ilang mga tawan is mga athletic body. Then okay, now, the last proponent sa somatotyping theory, no, si Ernest Houghton. So he examined the relationship between personality and physical type with regards to criminal behavior. Houghton is the American physical anthropologist, believes in Lombroso theory of the born criminal, according to which criminal could be identified based on their physical characteristic. So itong theory ni Lombroso is born criminal could be identified by physical congenital defect, which confirm criminal has savage or atavistic. So mga itong itong theory ni si Lombroso. Then through his own research surveying American criminals, Houghton tried to find evidence supporting Lombroso theory, suggesting the criminal have inferior characteristic confirmed to people who do not commit crimes, according to Houghton. So mga ini ako mga basahon based sa ikwan ni Houghton. First is criminal are less often married and more often divorced. Then second, criminal often have tattoos. Third is criminal have thinner bread and body hair, and their hair is more often reddish brown and stringed mao na siya. Then fourth, criminal often have blue-gray or mixed color eye and less often dark or blue eyes. Then fifth is a criminal have low sloping forehead, height nasal bridge, and thin lips. Then the last is the criminal earns often have rolled helix and perceptible. Okay guys, so third is physiognomy. So this judging character by figures. So judge nila ang isa katao based sa figures na ila makita. Then si Jim Bautista de la Porta, also called Giovanni Bautista de la Porta. So an Italian physician and natural philosopher, founded the school of physiognomy. So this is physiognomy deals with the study of facial figures, no? Then and their in a relation to human behavior. So gina-judge nila based sa makita nila sa figures ng tao. Ginabase nila if unsa ang behavior ng tao based sa ilang nakita sa isa ka tao, sa unsay mga expression nila ginahimo, based sa ilang ginalihokan. Dira nila ginabase ang behavior ng tao sa una. Then according to Porta, a tip hand large lips and shape vision sa Porta finding has a correlation which the agreement of the father of modern criminology, si Cesar Ramos. So, when he said the criminal frequently had a hug jaws and strong canine teeth characteristic common to carnivorous otters and devoured meat raw. So, amay ito na pani Lambroso. Then, sa 2 centuries later, no, na kung naman to, pag-abot ni Johann Caspar Lavater, sweet writer, Protestant pastor, was able to revive the work of De La Porta. So, si Johann, siya ang revive sa trabaho ni Porta, itong figures, itong judging sa physiognomy. Then, according to him, the shape of the skull and some facial figures had an impact on a human behavior and action. So, siya mismo naganatuo siya sa facial figures ng tao na gina-impact gihapon niya based sa behavior ng tao and action. Gina-judge nila ang isa ka tao based sa figures na makita nila. Okay, the next, discuss the phrenology. There are 3 components. First is si Franz Joseph Gall. Next is si Johann Caspar Sperhim and si George Combe. Okay, phrenology is a theory of brain and science of character reading. What is the 19th century? Phrenology is called the only true science of mind. So, phrenology is ginatawag siya the only true science of mind. Okay. In the essence, phrenology is the study of the conformation of the skull as an indicative of mental faculties and traits of character, especially according to the hypothesis of Franz Joseph Gall and in adherent Johann Caspar, then si George Combe. So, phrenologists cited that bumps in the head were indication of psychological propensities. So, okay, now, this is the basic tenets of Gall's system work. First is the brain in the organ of mind. Second, the mind is composed of multiple distinct innate faculties. Then third, because they are distinct, each faculty must have a separate set of organ in the brain. Then the fourth, the size of an organ, other things being equal, is a measure of its power. The fifth, the shape of the brain is determined by the development of the various organ. Then 6, as the skull takes its shape from the brain, the surface of the skull can be read as an accurate index of psychological aptitude and density. So, yes, no, mao din itong 6 Tainin Gall system. Okay, no, guys, the last theories. Nature theory. There are 1 proponent, si Henry H. Goddard. Okay, nature theory hold the low intelligent in genetically determined and inherited. This was supported by Henry H. Goddard in his study in 1920 that many institutionalized people were what the considered feeble-minded, and concluded that at least half of the juvenile delinquent were mentally defective. In similar vein, William Healy and Augustin Bronner traced a group of delinquents in Chicago and Boston, and they found that 37% were subnormal. Intelligent Bronner and Haley concluded that delinquent boy were 5 out of 10 times. Then are more likely be mentally deficient that default boys. Those many criminologists agree predisposition of substandard individuals towards delinquency. So guys, so, that's the that that's all for today guys. No, mauna itong mga ihatag ko ng some information about sa module 3 lesson.
Thanks for watching.